In March of 2020, the state of California implemented their first stay-at-home order in response to the COVID-19 outbreak. And just like that, St. Joseph Marello Church was forced to close their doors. It was really hard. This is something that we've never had to deal with before in our lifetime. I know everyone had their own experience with it, but I think a lot of people felt really disconnected from the church and from their faith. Shortly after the shutdown, the parish council met with Father Phil on Zoom, and we talked about our concerns for the parish. Ultimately, we decided that we really needed to be reaching out and checking in with all of our parishioners. So at that point, we made the decision to do a telephone outreach to every parishioner.
I don't remember if I called them or I called in and said, if you need help, I would be delighted. I think that's what I did. I think I understood that that was going to happen, and I said I'd be delighted to reach out and call people. So I was given a list of, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 names. I was delighted that the parish cared enough about its membership, not just as people who come on Sunday to sit at Mass and put a couple of bucks in the pan when it gets passed, but rather is interested in the well-being and welfare of our parishioners. So I liked, it made me feel good, like I was doing something and participating in maintaining and developing the health of the parish by being a part of that tree process. If I only reached one person and that person felt good about what happened, then I would measure my participation as success. I hope we continue it. I think it's a great process.
St. Joseph Marello has always been known for being a welcoming parish. People talk about us that way all the time. I know my husband and I felt very welcome when we first came to this parish, but with all of this strangeness around us where our churches are closed and people are unable to gather physically, the council's concerned that we still maintain that sense of family, that sense of belonging to a family.
Isabel had called the front office and talked to a really nice, welcoming lady, and she said, why don't you come on down and take a walk and visit the church.
As soon as I saw that church, it just felt so welcoming. And I told my husband, I said, we gotta come see this beautiful place.
When we went from rock to edge, having a small group meeting weekly really solidified that sense of belonging in the church.
My edge small group leader, he happened to be the scoutmaster for our parish Boy Scout troop. Throughout the course of the year, he would invite me every so often to come and join the Boy Scout troop. So eventually, one day I came and checked it out, and I thought it was really cool. It wasn't something that I had to search out. I didn't have to go looking for it. That he kind of brought it to me.
One of the things that we recognized is that we had momentum going in the parish of making those personal connections, because it was really a very personal touch point. We felt that it was an opportunity for us to use that momentum to look for other ways that we could stay connected with our parishioners. And that really inspired us as a council to think about, what are the next steps? How do we keep this going? And several of the parish council members volunteered to be part of this outreach initiative. We identified what were really 4 pillars of activities that we do in our parish that we wanted to focus on, that we considered part of outreach. The 4 pillars that we identified were, first of all, greeting parishioners as they come into Mass. Not just waving and nodding our head and saying hello, but really talking to parishioners, connecting faces and names so that we know each other when we come to church on Sundays. The second piece of it was the new parishioner welcome. We have a parishioner welcome in our parish already, but we really want to build on that and identify ways that we can connect our new parishioner families with other people in our parish, with a family in our parish, a buddy family that might be able to introduce them to the different ministries that are available here. The third pillar is communications. Communications with our parish family is so important, and there are really so many different aspects to it. Part of that communication is what we're currently doing with My Parish app, with Facebook, with Instagram, with our emails that go out. But beyond that, we really feel that it's important to continue what we started with the parish phone tree. So we're attempting to build a permanent parish phone tree where we'll have the ability to share really important messages and reach out in that really personal way to our parish community in the future. The fourth pillar is community building events. There are so many opportunities for us to bring the parish together in community where we can have fun, not just being in communion at Mass, but that we can commune together as a family outside of Mass, whether that's our parish picnic or a family movie night outside, the different things that will bring the different aspects, the different elements of our parish together in family and in community and fun. Even though we have a lot of restrictions right now because of COVID, it's a really good opportunity for us to practice building community regardless of our circumstances, because we are a parish family and our family needs to stay connected regardless of the circumstances.
So I think the next step is really trying to get people to join us. There's a lot of people out there who have great talents and who want to do things. I've talked to a lot of people that, you know, being stuck at home, they're ready, they're hungry, they want to help in some way. And so trying to encourage people to reach out to us and say, hey, this ministry sounds exciting, I want to be part of it. And it doesn't mean that you can't do it from your home. There's many things that we envision with the outreach ministry that you can do from your own home. Make phone calls, write letters, there's all kinds of things that you can do. I call it a pandemic perk, an opportunity to come up with new ideas to help our parish continue to grow. How cool would that be that in this time our parish actually is growing? How would that be possible? Well, if we're reaching out to people and talking to people and doing types of events where people are welcomed in and then they come and they feel known, a parish can grow from there. My dream would be that everyone feels known. And in this time when we're not physically together, that requires a lot of effort. And so the thought of having hundreds of people come together desiring for that type of community, volunteering their efforts in a ministry that its goal is to make that happen, that would be a dream come true. We want people who like to talk on the phone, who would be willing to make a phone call, or people who would be willing to write a letter to somebody who's shut in, people who are great at welcoming other people. Anything that you can think of that would make somebody feel special or feel known, we want you. You know, you really could change a life with just one simple phone call.
If anything we've talked about regarding the outreach ministry excites you today, would you please contact us at sjmarellooutreach@gmail.com.